All right, so next we've got Super Metroid Race. This is going to be North Korea percent. Um, the reason we call it that is the boss order is Dragon, Phantoon, Ridley, Kraid, which is Democratic People's Republic of Korea. So just that's why we call it that. But other than that, there's really no other relation to North Korea. Um, Basically, if you're familiar with this game, there's been a ton of runs of Super Metroid on the Super Stars marathon already, but you can actually beat the game in any order. Every possible order of the four bosses is possible. It's a really open game, so this is a really fun one. So we're going to be going to Dragon before Phantoon, which means that we're going to be doing some Sulis Meridia action. But we are going to get the gravity suit before going to Ridley, so we won't have to worry about hell running Lower Norfair. And if you're not familiar with that, hell running is doing Lower Norfair without the Varia suit, which provides heat protection, which gravity also does. But yeah, if you're familiar with the reverse boss order run, it's this run is a little similar to that because we're going to be going to Dragon without gravity, but we get to have gravity for Lower Norfair. And I'm joined by Apathy Duck. I don't know if he's ready to start talking, but he graciously agreed to join.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw our names up on screen real quick. But yeah, I mean, this is besides obviously the kind of meme name that we've given it. This is sort of known as like RBO Light a little bit. Like Bress was saying, the main distinguishing feature of it is that early Dragon. So it's actually I haven't seen too many people do this, but if you are sort of interested in learning the RBO run, this is actually a pretty good run to actually start with because RBO has like sort of like the two challenge points, which is the Ridley Hell run, which when you're first starting out can be pretty challenging. You'll kind of get stuck on that, and then you have to do the underwater part with Dragon, which is challenging in its own way. So this sort of exposes you to like half of it, that Dragon part. And once you kind of get good at this and you start running RBO, really the big hurdle for you would just be getting through that Hell Run part. That's always going to be tough in RBO. But once you get good at the Dragon part, it's not too bad. So this is a pretty good like intro to RBO run as well, besides being the hot meme.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's nice to not have to worry about that part. It can be really frustrating in the regular reverse boss order run. Really easy to die doing all that stuff. So this is more about the Suchless Meridia. If you like Suchless Meridia, this is a great run for you.
Yeah, good. Another good, even if you're not necessarily RBO, but interested in maybe some of the randos, a good one for you to try. Because again, you'll get all the underwater experience that can be required in those randos as well.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. So right off the bat here, Kai's gonna go for this Moonfall. Farflu doesn't use Moonwalk, so he's not gonna be doing that. And Kai mentioned he's gonna be doing a Moon Dance route. We'll get into that later, but that's gonna require more use of that Moonfall trick that breaks the momentum cap from falling.
Yeah, using the Moonfall trick is underselling it a bit. We'll get to
abusing
it. Yeah, using and abusing. Yeah, it's basically breaking the run in several interesting ways.
I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, got a little mini SM block here because we have it's Zenny and Ruya is doing 80% afterwards, I think.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be great.
Yeah, two of the best. Not that these guys aren't also top tier as well. Kai's also did a max percent suitless. I even dusted off the old SM controller after a year and did the one of the Dash Mystery Seeds that there's the tournament going on right now for last night.
Yeah.
So
nice.
I got kind of a boring seed. It just gave me gravity and Varia. It was so straightforward that I ended up going to Mother Brain with no charge beam, with the starter charge and ice, and it was a very long Mother Brain fight.
Nice.
I had a lot of supers, but a little bit of a clench at the end. But
Yeah.
anyways, I hope you guys like this first part of the run because you're gonna be seeing it a lot coming up.
Yeah,
All these, pretty
there's
much every
nothing
run's the
new.
same.
Nothing new going on for the next like 5 minutes still.
RBO is like the only one that has any potential difference, like in the beginning. They're all pretty much the same, and that's only if you taco tank.
This run does get to Meridia pretty quickly. That's the one thing that's actually scary about it. Is you don't have like an excuse to get a bunch of energy for Meridia, so everything's going to be a bit tighter. I mean, you can still grab energy if you want, but if you're going for a tighter route, like a good time, you're not going to get as much.
Yeah, I mean, there is also, we don't have the LN Hell Run, but you do have to Hell Run to Upper North Fair to get some.
Oh yeah,
to get some stuff. So there is a little bit of one of the decision points you can make is how much health do you want for that Hell Run. So we'll see what these guys decide. Sometimes you pick up one extra E-Tank. But yeah, if you take any damage at all everything in Meridia hits like a truck. In RBO doesn't matter because you're trying to lower your health and you just came out of those hell runs, so I mean I guess you don't actually have a lot in RBO either because you did just come out of that hell run. And unless you're playing it safe, you're not really refilling. But yeah, things hit really hard in Meridia. You just don't really have you just have like your 3 tanks basically.
Yeah. One thing that I think sucks about doing Suitless Meridia in vanilla is that Spring Ball is just so out of the way that it doesn't see any use in like basically anything other than Hondo.
And you have to get it suitless too. Like it is in Meridia, right? That's like one of the ironies. Is one of the better suitless items is.
Yeah, it's like probably the strongest. But not gonna be seeing any of that. Just gonna be doing some grapple and ice shenanigans. We're coming up soon on the Moon Dance, so in the next couple of rooms, Kai's gonna set himself up to Moonfall over and over, and he's gonna like cancel it partway through. Oh, and here, Farflu is actually gonna grab an extra tank here. Like this is a really quick safety strat.
Yeah, this is the one that you can potentially skip. Or is this the? I think maybe you get this one to avoid getting an E-Tank later. I forget. I did do it the hard dumb way when I ran this. I think this might actually be less safety because I think he's going to skip an E-Tank that you could get later on.
So I don't know exactly how this works, but the gist of it is Kai is doing the Moonfall to do a very, very, very short jump. And he's basically storing a lot of vertical momentum from this. He's going to do this about 40 times or something like that. And then he's going to use it. He's going to go over to the left and drop down to the floor and get an early pack of power bombs.
Yeah, this is, I think Farflu is, I remember, God, it was like, what, 2 years ago when we did that extension category tournament.
I think it was 3 years ago.
Was it 3 years ago at this point? Jeez. I'm old. I'm old and washed, but no, I think Farflu, this is, I don't want to say I popularized it, but this was the thing I was doing. I was coming to get this super, because you do need a certain amount of ammo, and with that reserve tank, this farm is actually really quick to fill up.
Yeah.
And not everyone was doing this. I was one of the few people doing that. So I think, yeah, Farflu is gonna. I don't think that reserve is for safety. I think he might get another E-Tank in a minute for safety, but no, I don't think that one was particularly for safety. I think that's just what you do, and that's going to be one of your 3 to get through Upper North Fair. because yeah, that extension category. There's a couple categories that kind of got pushed forward a little bit because they're not very popular. This one did a little bit, and I found some shortcuts in 69% as well. I think. So,
Oh yeah, that's such a great category.
Yeah. I was one of the only people. Most people were doing Kraid first in that one. I was like the only one in that tournament doing Fantoon first. But
Yeah, remember that.
yeah. Yeah, Kai's still doing this. So you'll be able to see what Kai's is going to be able to skip. Like I said, we do need those supers because we need to do the crystal flash and everything. And we also going to need a power bomb. What Farflu is doing now, this is the part that Kai's is going to be able to skip. Because Kai's will be able to get the power bomb there, so it won't have to go up red tower like this and come back down. Kai's is also going to be able to get another E-Tank down here and another super, so we're going to be able to skip the Sportsman super, is going to be able to skip, was able, to skip that reserve tank. So a lot of just little stuff that Kai's is going to be able to skip. Of course, you can see that he has to sit here for quite some time to pay off for it. This does end up being the fastest. For some reasons why it's the fastest in RBO. Zenny is doing this now in his RBO runs. It just, lets you get some extra stuff without having to backtrack, and it's just kind of efficient.
Yeah, in the fastest RBO runs, if you do this, you don't have to backtrack for the entire run, which is backtracking is a huge time loss usually in this game. But if you're doing a more easy route in RBO, doing this isn't really necessary. I don't think. Kai's gonna be spending a lot of time here. I'm not sure if he's. I think this strat is kind of easy to mess up, and then you have to start over.
Yeah, it's easy to mess up. At some point, like Zenny's waiting. Maybe we should just bring him in. If he actually responds, I'll laugh if he pops in. But no, it's like you do like a bunch, and then at some certain point you no longer have to, like, you can do less inputs because your movement has I think he's gonna hop in.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a guest star here.
Kai's is doing this. Farflu is getting into that hell run spot.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we got Zenny here.
Hello.
Hey, Zenny.
Zenny, explain this awful thing that's happening.
Sorry, I'm not watching. So people are doing.
He's doing a moon dance. Yeah,
okay.
The moon dance.
So let me just crash course here. Super Metroid has a glitch in it called moonfalling. When you moonfall, it uncaps Samus's fall speed. Moondance involves getting clipped into these blocks and then doing 176 of them in a row, which continuously makes Samus's fall speed get faster and faster and faster, until it's so fast that it forces her to clip down through a one-tile block. So here in a minute, you'll see Samus fall down one tile to the floor, and then Kai's will run to the left to finish the strat here. So how long has he been dancing for?
He's been, I think he messed, because that's what we were wondering about. It's easy to mess up, and I know at some point, like, because she starts moving fast enough. Oh, he got it.
Oh yeah, looks like it.
At some point you start moving fast enough that, like, the inputs get simpler. Like, you could see he's starting to do the turnarounds faster right there.
Yep.
And there you go. He's got it.
Yep, there it is.
Very nicely done. All right, let's get a round of applause for both Zenny and Kai's there.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna finish prepping for my race. So
yeah, we'll see you in like an hour.
Okay, thanks. Yep.
Look at that. What a champ.
What a great guy.
Right. Yeah. So you're saying, this is what I was saying. Farflu, that reserve is not a safety. That is the part of the 3 E-tanks he's getting. Because you basically need, you can get here through with 2. It requires it requires basically perfect movement and I think a little bit of luck.
Yeah.
But 2+1 is like the standard. The reserve tank is also makes it easier because you can do a little extra shenanigans with it if needed. But you see, Farf is going to just barely get through there. Very nicely done. Not out of the woods yet. You do need, when you finish that run, you do need to have about 70 to get through this next bit.
That's correct. Yeah, to get up here to the speed bugs.
Ooh. Does do a little nice little pause trick there. If you are pausing when you are on 0 health, the game will not recognize that you're actually dead until after the pause. Basically, it stops processing while you're pausing. So if you're about to die, you can hit pause and you get a couple extra frames of actual gameplay. And if you manage to pick up a health drop in that bit, or you can, it's also a way to sort of like extend your reserve tanks. You can. Yeah, because you can like keep like pausing with as you're dying, just keep like filling up like one energy on your reserves.
That's right. Yeah, if your reserves are on manual, and you run out and pause, then you can just put a little bit more health in there from your reserve manually, or you can run into a health drop, like you said. So
I mean it's only gonna get you so far.
Yeah,
we'll be able to get back just fine here. If really good pumping, you can actually not blow your reserve here. Gonna be real close. Let's see. Oh,
that's so close.
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much. If you're full on missiles and supers, basically you just count to 5 full farms, and you should be full. Oh, interesting. Kai's is still getting this super. I would say I would have thought the Moon Dance would have replaced this super, because this is gonna be the longest super to get. So sort of eating into that that time save a little bit. At this point, we can pretty much say that the Moon Dance did not help Kai's in the race, at least. Should be. I mean, well, obviously we'll be able to catch up, but Farflu is basically would have to. Kai's would have had to beat Farflu to Upper North Air for it to have been more efficient. So I think did have a little trouble on. And this is going to be his extra E-tank that he gets.
Okay, yeah, so he's going to get these 3 tanks instead of 2 in a reserve.
Well, I assume he's going to get 4, because why would you? There's no reason you would ever skip high jump E-tank.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Farflu got his wave. I think he just needs to go get the ice beam, and then he'll be out of here. And going straight to Meridia, that's our first boss in the order, is Dragon. He also needs to get Grapple, actually.
Yeah, Grapple's that's literally the entire reason we come over here. You just sort of get speed while you're here. Because if you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. And wave, those are nice things to have. But if we didn't need Grapple, we wouldn't bother with any of this. We would just go straight to Ice Beam would be really enough to get through. But we need the Grapple. We need that for the Dragon kill and getting out.
Yes, and that'll help
What
us.
E-tanks were you grabbing when? Because I don't think that Wave Gate E-tank was standard to get for most people.
I have no idea.
You don't remember?
Long ago. I imagine I'm basically the same as Farflu. I think I was even getting the ceiling E-tank for this category.
Was it the ceiling E-tank?
I think I was.
Which in retrospect is really dumb, because obviously the wave gate E-tank's way faster.
Yeah, well, you have to. It requires a power bomb, so you'd have to come back into Greenbryn. So I think that is slower.
Oh, that's right. That is a benefit to the right. You're right.
Yeah.
Power door there. That would be one of the benefits of the Moon Dance.
Of the Moon Dance, yeah.
But I mean, sort of a side benefit, because obviously what Farf did is the fastest. Getting that reserve, you do have to fill it up. So maybe if you didn't have to fill it up, it would. But I don't think that's technically a straight benefit to the optimal Moon Dance, because you just don't need that extra tank. But if you're gonna get it and you want the extra tank, it's if you can do Moon Dance but you want the safety, maybe it does actually You know,
or if you just really like Moondance.
yeah. I mean, it just depends on your personal preference. There's a
Yeah.
lot of this, and like RBO also has a RBO is honestly less like, unless you're like one of the top 3 guys, it's almost not a speed run. It's mostly just a challenge run, because there's basically the way you go faster in that is you just drop safeties more than anything else, because that saves you pretty big chunks of time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and until you're really kind of down to single Norfair, it's more just a challenge run. So like, like even if you think I'm not a very good SM player or anything, like you can just, there's so many E-tanks you can get. Like the beginner route
Even in
is,
this category, you can get a huge amount of E-tanks before going into Meridia if you want.
yeah, you can go back and you could, I mean, yeah, if you wanted to, you can. Just a lot of them are inefficient from a pure speedrun standpoint, but yeah, if you just want the extra safety, you certainly can spend the extra 5-10 minutes grabbing them.
Farflu
There's
just
a
got
grapple.
really sick mock ball. Let's see if he goes for the mock ball out of here.
Yeah, getting the one out is
Oh,
What?
shouldn't have said anything.
And that is the most embarrassing way to fail that. Alright, we got Kai's in his hell runs. I don't think I saw a save, so a little risky here.
I don't recall.
Yeah. I mean, it is a race.
The 4 E-tanks, which is good.
Yeah. It's a... Yeah, the fourth E-tank. But, that 4th E-tank doesn't help as much as you think it does, because you just hit the wrong thing, you fall off. Like, that energy goes by pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see here, like... But, yeah, being at 37, like, if he didn't have that extra one, would basically need a drop. Okay, we're gonna get safe here at least. But yeah, we need a drop at least to get up to the farm there. A nice little grapple farm there from Farf. Farfu is also going to be doing SMZ3. I think today. I think it's.
Oh yeah, I think he mentioned that to me earlier.
Yeah. We got 2 Super Metroids in a row, and then a brief Super Ghouls and Ghosts interruption, and right back to SMZ3. Yeah, Tello won, or Tello just in there doing the hello fellow kids for all these SM runners.
All right, so Farflu's gonna come over here and get the ice beam, and then he's gonna head out.
Yeah, this is speaking of SMZ3 in Rando, high jump, ice beam, and grapple is like the suitless starter kit. If you have those 3 things, it's like, okay, probably. And then Rando's potentially spring ball too, but
Potentially the goat spring ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything that he'll be doing in Meridia is really good randomizer application.
Who also did get that the Crocky tank. That one's so cheap. That is the if you have to kill Croc, that is the cheapest item to pick up ever, because it is literally just the fanfare. Because you have to wait for Croc dying anyways. Besides maybe just a little bit of extra lag, like it costs 0 time to get it. It's just the fanfare. So unless you're really trying to optimize something, if you're killing Croc, you basically are picking that thing up.
Yeah.
Technically, you could skip it here and just be on 2+1. But again, because that Croc one is so fast, and most people really just aren't going to bother.
Yeah, it's a really handy refill after a lot of those hell runs as well. It's really useful.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. You basically have to pick it up because you're going to be on so low health.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'd have to farm back up anyways. So yeah, I think it's just strictly faster to get it.
So Farflu is going to be using ice to climb on all of these very polite creatures that allow Samus to step on them to get through.
Yeah. Seeing someone with pretty clean suitless, this game is so fluid. Suitless generally kind of like, doesn't really like match the intensity of the rest of this game. But seeing something that actually has like really good smooth suitless movement is pretty satisfying. Just moves through it like very quickly and cleanly.
Definitely, it's not very intuitive for the most part. So
yeah, there's certain things you can do to speed it up, but it's certainly different than what you normally want to do. Like you want to like shoot to sort of like unspin, and that sort of resets same with speed. And again, like I don't think there's anyone better than Zenny on this kind of stuff. Did get the crab super. I forget if that was one I was getting as well. You do have to kind of like drop down here and come back up. It's a little slow, but I don't... What would really be the... Oh, no. Oh. Yeah. Just missed a little bit. Doing...
Yeah, so these what we call it grapple jump. When you swing from grapple, if you morph and unmorph, you are briefly in a standing pose, and you can just jump again. So he's using that to gain as much height as he needs. You can theoretically gain infinite height from that. So that's very, very powerful. That's really the main use for grapple.
Yeah, it was pretty much required to... I mean, you could snail climb in this room, but that's slow. But we're going to see it once to get up in Aqueduct here, and then it's the kind of like big trick to get out of Dragon.
Yes.
Because you pretty much have to grapple jump up there. It's the only way to get out. And the other thing is you also need to preserve your blue suit, because without Spring Ball, there's no way of getting out of Precious Room.
Without that all-powerful Spring Ball, we are forced to use a blue suit to get out of Precious, or Spark Suit, but it's much easier to do the grapple jump with a blue suit as opposed to a Spark Suit, so you don't accidentally spark.
Yeah. There was a SMZ3 race that you were in. I think that you were forced to look for the Spring Ball because you weren't quite good at the grapple jumps yet. And I forget if it was against me or if I was commentating or something, but...
I remember that vividly. Yeah, that was the last straw for me.
Yeah.
I had go mode at like an hour 30.
Was that against me, or...
I want
to say it was. I remember you talking about it, and I don't remember like I don't remember like watching you do it. I just remember you talking about it, going like, "Oh, I was like," because I think I finished ahead of you by a bit, and you're like, "Oh, I was looking for this." I was like, "Lol."
Yeah.
And
I knew that it was possible, but I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, RBO's category I put some time into. Last time I was trying to break into the top 10. I think I was like 11th when I stopped it last, but I think people have passed me. But I don't know. I might come out of retirement. I think I'm gonna stay in random retirement though. But I think some vanilla speedruns might be on the docket for me coming up.
You should unretire and play map rando.
No, absolutely. I saw Aussie did his 3 hour.
You don't have to play that. You can play the easy modes.
No, I know. I saw some of the stuff that had to be done, and there's all of the like, because you can like in very beginning of that, it's like, I'm just gonna get this blue suit underwater. I'm like, wait, what? It's like, yeah, I ran in from a dry room. I'm like, okay, no, this is too much. Like, it's my brain too small to handle all of this. I might play it like I can't imagine racing it though, but
you should play it casually. It's a really good.
Yeah. I say this as I'm now one of the admins of the SGL Map Rando tournament.
Oh, well, there you go. You'll be forced to watch some, and then
I'll watch it. I'm just not gonna run it. It's fine. I'm not.
I think you'll get the itch eventually.
I think it looks. I think I don't need the anxiety from racing rando anymore. I think I'm good on that. Is the main thing. But
yeah, well, that's definitely fair.
Yeah, I might. Not that I won't ever do them casually or showcases, but Map Rando seems fun to do like casually once. I don't want to race.
Oh yeah,
though.
It's great. Certainly, nothing wrong with casual rando.
Yeah, we are coming up on the Farflu. We just sort of. Farflu just crushed that Coliseum. That is one of the harder rooms to get through. One of
yeah, absolutely.
I think honestly, if you like mostly think about like the RBO, I think the two things most people are scared about once they sort of get the basic movement down is obviously the Dragon fight's the big one, but then also that Coliseum. So the one other scary thing about this is you really are only coming in here with 15 power bombs. Generally in RBO you have I think even World Record has like 20. Sometimes Dragon is just a jerk and just swoops 5 times and you're just screwed. Absolutely nothing you can do. So that's one. We do need a goop here shortly. I think this is going to be a goop. Yeah, we got a goop.
Yeah. So Farfelu is going to have his Crystal Flash animation interrupted by Dragon grabbing him. That's going to give him a Spark Suit, which basically is the same thing as after you store Shine Spark from running, but it's permanent. And he's going to actually convert this into a blue suit by getting grabbed here during a Spark animation. Looks like he missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just going to grapple free here.
Yeah, that's another thing about this. Again, in RBO, after that Crystal Flash, you're going to have full life, right? So if you get grabbed and you don't quite do the goop right. The problem is that goop doesn't hit you like completely center mass. It sort of resets your velocity and you like sink back down. They did get it there. But in RBO, you have enough health, you can just ride it up and just shock Dragon up top. And let her kind of hit you a couple times. Here you don't really have that option because oh no, what did
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it. It didn't look like he actually got the spark off before getting grabbed there.
Oh, right. Didn't get the spark off. Right.
Yeah. So he didn't get his spark suit converted to a blue suit, which the only reason you need that is to make the grapple jump easier.
Yeah, it is technically possible. You have to. It's pretty tricky. Again, should have just left Zenny in here at least until the underwater part was done. But the other thing, if you watch the RBO World Record, one of the other things that they do is they actually carry a spike suit all the way through Bot Woon, and so instead of going over the top of Bot Woon very slowly, you just shine spark through that, and it's very quick. But to do that, you obviously have to do snail climb, or you have to do the aqueduct grapple jumps with the spike suit instead of a blue suit. So basically the way you have to do that is after you unmorph, you basically have to run forward. You can like run forward for like a frame, and that will be the same thing with a spike suit. You can do a spin jump, but it's not a standing jump. So you run forward for a frame, you then do a spin jump, which means you can jump again, but it's just a lot of button presses. Versus I don't know how you do grapple jump. I just mash that jump button, baby. That's all. Yeah. You just mash. I just sit there mashing for my life.
That's how I only recently started using up, so I don't have to turn spring ball off.
I didn't get it again. Unfortunate. Yeah, it's tricky. The right side, at least to me, is always trickier. I have to practice the right side a bit more. Mm-hmm. It's also a pain to practice this. There we go. Okay, and he got the grapple.
Got it. So he's not blue, but he's got the echoes.
Yeah.
So with his blue, so the state that he's in now, it's basically the same as when you're running at full speed. So he can press down to charge a spark, but he's not like running around with a spark. So he's gonna do the easy grapple jump out of here and then spark to get out.
Did you say easy grapple jump to get out of here?
Yeah, he has high jump. Easy grapple jump.
Oh, how things have changed in the last couple of years. So this is the easy one now.
Oh, I'm not even going to do 2 bounces.
Yeah, I can never do it with one. I don't know what it is. It shouldn't really be any harder. I have to 2 bounce it. I like. Yeah, just go. I don't understand. Want that toe, that toe right over that block is my. See a rip from Farfelu in chat. I believe that was the first issue. But the nice thing about this, again, like this really does just follow RBO, because RBO after Dragon, where you if you're going backwards, Phantoon would be next. So in RBO you get that get that plasma beam, you go up to Phantoon, and DPRK, Phantoon's next. So we take the exact same route, we can get that plasma beam. theoretically you could do like, you know, DK PR or something, but no one really runs that just because it's effectively the same. You're just sort of changing the only reason this one's really run is again because of the meme.
The meme name, yeah.
Yeah, and again, I feel like there's like if we were to make the like RBO light category, I think it would be this anyways, right? Where you do Dragon first, and then this is probably just the most efficient way to like if you were just to do a Dragon first category, I think this is just the most efficient boss order period. After that, maybe you would go to. Well,
I think he'd probably go up.
Yeah, it depends on. I don't know how much this plasma is actually going to help you.
Yeah, but
probably not that much, right? Because you already have full beam and everything. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if DK RP would be fastest. It does save a lot of backtracking, like you said. Backtracking is the thing that kills you, but
yeah, gravity saves a little time going to LN too.
Yeah, not much.
Or at least
really.
it makes it easier.
Sure, it certainly makes it easier.
Yeah.
I'm just. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'm not sure if what the optimal Dragon first route actually is.
Alright, going for the Dragon kill. He's got his spark suit. So he's gonna try here to convert to a blue suit. Hopefully he gets the easier left side. Yeah, Farfelu is pretty much home free now. There's nothing too hard anymore. He's gonna go and kill and Fantoon and get gravity and finish the game.
You said that I had in that I was racing Susaraim, who is just incredible runner, and he didn't want to run this, and I did, and he actually used his pick to like just good sportsmanship. Pick this. He was ahead of me coming out of Dracon, and then he died and worsened in the game somehow. I was like, how did that happen? Like, he's also one of those guys like no safety. Like in that when he was running that tournament, he just went for everything. Ooh, guys,
okay.
just missed.
So he's already converted to a blue suit, so he just needs to be careful not to use it and kill Dragon any way he wants at this point. Which I would still go for the.
I'd still go for the grapple.
He's kind of invincible when he's moving though. So.
Oh, is that what's happening? I just thought I was like, wow, that hitbox is deceptive.
No, yeah, and he can destroy the goops with the blue suit. Maybe he just goes for this.
Yeah.
Or if he doesn't, then this is a good knowledge to know that.
Yeah, this is actually really good. This is a really good backup, especially like Rando or something. You know, assuming you have a good beam and everything. But yeah, I never even thought about this.
Yeah, nicely done.
Yeah, very nicely done. Yeah, Zeb, Rando champion. I believe Zeb won the Memorial Day tournament. I was out on the last day. It was Derp and Zeb in the last game, but yeah, mentioning it is pretty good knowledge. Something I haven't considered before. Doing one of the things especially for Rando, doing the Dragon fight with just ammo while holding on to a blue suit is also kind of good tech to know. Yeah, Farf's gonna be going to this Fantoon fight. Not quite gonna be able to do the you know, we don't have the X-ray or microwave strats, but we can get the standard RBO two round here.
Yep. Really nice and easy 2-round. Just do your standard missiles and then shoot plasma shots.
I guess technically, the optimal strap here would actually be doing the 1-round shenanigans now, even with plasma.
Yeah.
I don't think Zenny's run it. I know he put that in his like Hundo runs, and I think some people are even trying to go for it in 80% now, which requires some pretty precise drops. But yeah, that is It was one of those things that for a very long time it was a meme, and then someone just got bored enough to sit down and practice it. And
Yeah.
I think Zeus did one blindfolded. It wasn't blind, but he was not looking. And he got a one round. Yeah, there was like a clip on Twitter. So it's, you know, I think every year, a couple years, we think like, oh, this game is pretty much optimized. Like everything that is, you guys are underwall wall jumping now, which was past only not too long ago.
That used to be a meme too.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Like even, you know, like you're talking about like random and stuff. Things like double spring ball jump and like high jumpless grapple escape were
Yeah, those
niche
are really
strategies that
esoteric.
only like a couple top runners, you know, really bothered like keeping in their back pocket. And then last year in the Rando League, like it was just seen as required tech. Like everyone knew it, like just everyone knew it. So just yeah, people are just getting really good at this game. So guys, getting that plasma beam. I think I'm going to head out at this point. It is pretty, you know, becomes a pretty straightforward run. I am also setting up these things and everything. So, Brett, I'll let you. This is really, you know, like I said, it's the the two thing. It's obviously the meme of the joke, which we all love. Everyone's favorite hermit kingdom. But yeah, just doing this Dragon first. And it's like that RBO light thing, and it's also it is also different enough with the low health and everything that there is a couple interesting things in it. But at this point, it is pretty straightforward. You got it's almost like a GT classic where you're kind of armed for bear, and you got this gravity suit and everything already. So
yeah. Well, thank you for taking the time to join me amidst all of your organizing.
No problem.
Responsibilities.
No
Appreciate it.
problem. Speaking of anyone, we got a 4-hour block to fill tonight. If anyone has got anything fun that they want to do and wants to stay up all night, just feel free to hit me up in the old, slide into my old DMs. But yeah, I will see you guys soon, and we're gonna stick around for that any percent race. And not to say this is over, there's still a lot of fun left. I gotta do my stuff. So
no problem. Well, thank you. Alright, so Kai is gonna head up, follow Farflu's footsteps here. Gonna be going through this lovely scenic route, Forgotten Highway. Rare route. It's nice to see that it's in at least 2 categories, in reverse boss order and DPRK. Meanwhile, Farflu broken into the back half of the speedrun. He's got gravity, space jump, plasma, bunch of energy, more ammo than he needs. You're basically doing 80% KPDR strats in Lower Norfair. It is a pretty unique section. This routing is rare, so it's interesting from that standpoint. But we are past the difficult part of the run now. So let's see if Kai can get the same 2-round strat with the charged plasma. But one thing that's great about this category is you have to do the northern route to Lower Norfair. You don't have any calling to do the worse southern route. Objectively worse southern route out of Ice Beam that you do in KPDR. Yeah, these rooms are really cool, and they're not seeing anything else other than KPDR, really. All right, Kai got his 2 missiles. Got the first charge shot in. Nice fast. Gonna get this off screen. Dead. Very nice. Farflu not doing anything fancy there. I'm not sure if he went for the Sonic boost, but Just basic old pseudo screw space jump. That's the intended way to get through there. And we're gonna see some good old-fashioned KPDR lower warfare here. Let's. This is my favorite part of the 80% old route speedrun. This section feels so good with this equipment. Oh, nice charge beam strat from Kai to get out. So if you're just joining us, the category for this race was North Korea percent. The boss order is the same spelling or the same acronym as the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. So, haha, funny name. That's the whole point. The only relation there. But the boss order is Dragon, Fantoon, Ridley, Kraid. So we saw some hell runs to get to our grapple beam and our ice beam and high jump. And then we went to Dragon without gravity. You can see Kai still does not have it. Barfaloo not going for any lag reduction in this room. You can kill those key hunters, and that powerbomb explosion is the two of them together are about 3 seconds faster just from lag if you kill two, which pretty gnarly amount of lag, but a bit tricky to kill them both with charge shots. Let's see what kind of metal pirate strat he's going to go for here. Oh, okay. Rando main. He's going to go for the speed strats. This is slower than using plasma, but it is very simple, so. All right, Kai's got his gravity. He's going to be heading down as well. Farfaloo choosing to stay grounded. If you are standing at the beginning of this fight, Ridley will immediately go into this pogo phase. It's really nice for suitless fights when you kind of want him to be pogoing. And Farfaloo is very experienced with the actual RBO reverse boss order route, so. Very nice fight. So another section of this run that's quite unique is the Kraid section. It's last, so we have everything. This and RBO are one of the only categories that will have speed and space jump for those rooms. So there's some really cool strats you can do through there. See if Farfaloo does any of that. I'm almost getting the speed ball there. Yep. So it's a shame that Spring Ball is so far away, huh? I think there should be. I think this already exists. I think there's a hack, Super Metroid, that just gives you Spring Ball at the beginning. I feel like we as a community need to evolve to using that instead of the vanilla game. Because, man, that'd just be so cool. Ooh, that was a nice room from Kai. Kind of hard to freeze that guy in a way that your whole momentum there. Guy actually going for a boost there. I always miss that. I've gotten that maybe like 3 times, and I've gone for it 500 times. I don't know what it is about those flames. Okay, that was sick from Kai. If you jump in the right spot, you can freeze both of those guys. That's another lag reduction strat. Game can't handle drawing those giant pirates during the... I think it has to do with actually the amount of enemies that are in that room. But it does save time to get that shot off there. Alright, Farflu headed to Trade here. He doesn't need to do anything fancy. You can kind of just run through like normal here. Oh, okay. Never mind. He's a gamer. Oh, he didn't get it all the way to the end of this room, though. Alright, very nice. Farflu getting the stand-up glitch, or avoiding the stand-up glitch from Kraid, getting the completely vanilla Kraid fight where he doesn't rise out of the ground. And gets the Varia. So the Varia, you can skip that. But you do need 6 E-Tanks to complete the game with Gravity and not Varia. And so Varia is just more convenient than any of the E-Tanks at this point for Farflu. Kai has the option, but when you have the option to double the amount of health you can take in Torian, you might just grab it, because he would have to be pretty careful to survive. All right, let's see this Ridley, and looks like Kai's going to want to use some of these supers here. So Ridley has an extremely complicated AI. Luckily, we can manipulate that AI in certain ways with our movement. So we might not see it again, but when Ridley is in Pogo, if you jump at a certain height and then break out of spin, you'll see Kai maybe go for it here. No, Ridley might be dead. But yeah, if you jump and break spin at a certain height, you can actually just trick Ridley into doing more Pogos. Really important for RBO when you don't have Varia to be able to do that. But very nice from Kai. He's got Ridley down. And Farfy's going to head up to Torian. And Kai's going to get another E-Tank here. It's a nice refill. I imagine he'll still get Varia, but it's possible to skip it at this point. All right. Farflu at the statue chamber practices horizontal bomb jumping. Kai's gonna head out. Nothing really to worry about at this point. You got all this energy. Just gonna be finishing the game. Yeah, this is a nice category for introducing to concepts like hell running and suitless Murdia. The speedrun routes are a little bit tight on the hell run. You get as much energy as you want for that stuff. The nice thing about it, this as opposed to RBO, is you don't have to worry about Ridley. And that's correct in chat. The various suit does reduce the amount of damage Mother Brain will do in her Rainbow Beam. So with both suits, we need 3 tanks because the Rainbow Beam does 300 damage. With only Gravity, the Rainbow Beam does 600 damage. So Kai, while Farflu didn't have enough health to skip Varia, Kai could opt to skip the Very suit. Okay, let's see if we see Farflu go for a baby skip here. Yes, Varia reduces the damage down to 300 if you only have Varia. So if you're used to randomizer, the suits work a little differently than vanilla. And very nice baby skip, Farflu, very good. So in vanilla, Gravity does everything that Varia does except reduce the rainbow damage from Mother Brain. Varia reduces... So Gravity reduces the damage from everything, and Varia reduces that same damage by half, I believe. But if you have Gravity, then you can have everything Varia does except for the Rainbow Beam in the regular game. But Gravity also protects from heat in a regular game, which usually does not in randomizer. All right, Farflu wasting some ammo there for fun. Guy's gonna be heading out of Kraid here. Oh, and I completely missed if he actually got Varia. There's no way to know now. Oh, that was a sick mock ball. He didn't. All right. Yeah, so didn't have to get Varia. It does cost about 10 seconds to do that, to get it, so he's going to save a little bit of time. But we'll see the different damage on a Rainbow Beam at the end in 7 minutes or so. Oh, and another thing that Kai could opt to do if he has the health for it is he could go for the stand-up glitch on Mother Brain. Alright, so Farfaloo is waiting. So we do have more after this. We are going to have a 80% race between Ruyarin and Shiny Zinni. That is directly after this. So definitely stick around for that. It's going to be awesome. Pulling up the schedule here. Yeah, so we've got 80% after that. Like Duck said, a quick Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Then Farflu will be back for some SMZ3. And Mother Brain is dead. All right, gonna be getting a pretty solid time here. Looks like he's gonna be a couple minutes over an hour. We'll probably have him join in for an interview. Very nice. Spark up the climb. And we're gonna get out Parlor and get uptown here. Alright, GG Farflu. Wins the race with a nice 101.37. And Kai's gonna go ahead and finish this out. See if Kai, nope. Didn't save the Dusty Terrizzo. It is possible to get through that room without Dusty Terrizzo dissolving. Very, very advanced tech. So neither runner went for that. It does save about 5 minutes. Okay, and Kai not getting the baby skip. Looks like we are gonna have Farflu in for an interview in a moment here. Okay, and Kai getting another advanced tech here. He's, I believe this is called the Lomian Float. Correct me if I'm wrong, but... And we're joined by Farflu, our winner. Congrats, Farflu. Good game.
Hey, thanks, Bruce.
Yeah? So, how'd you feel about the run?
Well, pretty good run overall, except the 3-minute time loss in Maridia. I was a bit sad that I'm not sure what happened in my first Dragon fight. I'm sure I did the spark right, but I then kill her very, very fast after that spark. Maybe it was too quick, I don't know, but I didn't even wanted to try to leave the area without the blue suit. It's sure I will blow it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if I missed that moment, but it looked like you didn't get the spark off in the first fight.
Well, maybe I didn't. I was sure I did, but like I said, it happened really fast because there was some other side goo, and when you get hit on the side like that, there's knockback, so you cannot spark. And even the second fight was not so good, but other than that, I'm looking at my splits. They're pretty close to my average, so I'm good with that. And
cool.
like I said, there was a 3-minute time loss in Marisa, so if you take that off, it's under 1 hour.
Yeah. Yeah, so pretty good. So you have second place in this category, right? I think it's a 50 something, right?
Yeah, it's a 56 something, but I didn't run it like I do in my PB because of the safety save first, and I didn't want to rely on the super drops just before the dragon fight. In my PB, I go for 10 supers, but in this, because of the safety save, I need 2 supers actually before the fight because I want to open the safe door and then go to dragon. So that's why I route 1 more super. Although, did Karius get hit by a ketchup? Oh no!
Yes.
Yeah,
While you were
that's so
talking,
sad.
I was just staring at that. But unfortunately, yeah, Kai didn't get Varia, so taking a hit, those hits do more to Mother Brain there. And you need all 6 tanks there to finish. So yeah, Kai's saying you're not going to finish, but GG to both of you. I'm not sure if Kai's going to join us for an interview. Oh, there we go. Hey, GG, Kai.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, so... yeah, that was a good race. How'd you feel about the overall?
Moondance was terrible. That Moondance time was about 4 minutes behind what I was getting in practice yesterday. So
yeah, it's a really hard trick. So you can it takes a few minutes to set up, and if you mess up, you have to start over. Is that right?
Yeah. Okay. So what happens is you have to do the 30 Moondances to the right before you can start doing moonfalls in both directions.
Oh, okay.
And when you're turning back left, you have to hold left until you finish turning, and then another frame past that. If you're a frame, if you just tap left for a single frame or shorter than the turn animation, you come out in the kneeling animation, and then if you follow the normal input pattern from there, you'll end up breaking your moonfall speed. And so that kept happening to me around the 20th, the 21st, or the 23rd moonfall. So I was like 2/3 of the way past the hard part. And then I'd break the pattern. So that's why it cost me 4 minutes extra to do it. Once I got past that hurdle, then you can just go back and forth, and you get it eventually.
Huh. Cool. Yeah, well, it was cool to see it. We were trying to explain it. We had to bring Zinni into the chat to explain. Because I tried and realized I don't...
the max percent suitless route.
Oh, yeah.
Because MM2 does it in his route, and so I wanted to do his route just once to see what it's like. And so I had to do it and get pretty solid at it for that. And I also decided to try it here because, hey, why not? I can skip the crab supers in Meridia, which cost over a minute to pick up.
Yeah, we were wondering about that.
Of doing 2 super packs in this category, and Parflew mentioned that his PB doesn't pick up the crab supers either. It's just the early supers and Spore Spawn.
Gotcha.
But that relies on the super drop from the Mocktroids in Colosseum.
Yeah, because you have to use a super to open the door to Precious, but you need 10 for Dragon.
Yep. Whereas the Moondance round, you get 3 super packs for free.
Gotcha. Well, I have did you usually skip Varia as well in your route?
In my PBs, I was doing that. In my practice runs the last 2 days, I was not skipping Varia as a safety. But since I was 4 minutes behind anyway, I decided to skip Varia in the race.
Gotcha.
Like, no real loss.
Understandable. And I mean, getting Varia is 30 seconds, so it's good if you already have the E-Tank, you can just get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I picked up the Ridley E-Tank. So Ridley E-Tank is my 7th tank. That's kind of a safety, but not a full safety. And it also allows stand-up.
Cool. Well, this was a joy to watch. Thank you, too, for putting on this race.
Yeah, I wish I'd raced better instead of having jitters the whole way.
Yeah. That's a race nerves.
And shoot out to Apathy Dog to join comms last minute like this. And thanks, Eddie, for coming in. And good luck next race, by the way.
Yeah, two
thanks.
80% races in a row. Both 80%. We just move Dragon from the front to the back.
Yeah. All right. So I think we're going to wrap up here and go ahead and get set up for the next race. We're going to be doing 80% with Shiny Zenny and Ruya. Stay tuned and enjoy the next race.